Hey there, happy February. It is the second month of the year. Really excited because this means that our first month is over. We can use that first month as a baseline to what works, what needs work, and restructure your goals. I know that in my last video, we talked about making open goals, also reviewing your goals as much as you can. Did you do it? Well, if you didn't, now's the time to start. Go back to January and start again. Get back up on the horse. You know that saying, fall down 7 times, get up 8. That's really what the purpose is of life, is to struggle. You need to struggle in order to feel accomplished. So a real quick thing to check on that about is to think back on your life and think of the things that you are the most proud of. What are those things? Well, for me, it was speaking at a graduation. It was, getting licensed as a therapist, being with my partner. But with all of these things, it didn't come easy. None of them did. In fact, they were probably the hardest things that I've ever done. Having a relationship and keeping a relationship are two very different things. They're very difficult things, but they're the things that I'm most proud of. Speaking at graduation was not comfortable, but I am most proud of it. Speaking at, getting my therapy license, definitely that was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. So many hours that were unpaid of work, so much frustration, and the bureaucracy of getting licensed is so frustrating. To those of you who are doing it right now, I feel for you. It will be over at some point. You'll feel very proud. But anyways, if you think back on your life at the most proud moments, they were not without struggle. So that's the point of life, is to embrace the struggle, to look forward to eventually looking forward to struggle as an opportunity to grow and to feel proud, not feel egotistical, but to feel proud. And that's really the focus of February that I want to really hone in on. Is this aversion to obstacle, and kind of hope that it doesn't happen. I want to infuse inside of you this a desire to have an obstacle, so that you can surprise yourself and feel proud. Even if you fail in that obstacle, that is another obstacle that you can overcome and be great and feel proud. So that's what February is about, is to look back at what obstacles got in your way. What obstacles did you overcome and actually follow through with, and give yourself a little, that's like me, a little pat on the back. Give yourself that dopamine squirt, that dopamine hit. And then the other part is to look at the obstacles that you truly did resist. What did you avoid? What were you knowingly, trying not to do? That is really valuable information, because those are the things that you should make in your next round of goal setting. What are the things you're resisting, and use them as an opportunity to grow. Even if it's just 1% of growth, you're going to feel proud at the end of it. There was an Instagram post I did a while ago about this, about looking forward to growth, looking forward to obstacles as an opportunity to grow. And one of the people on there got on there and said the metaphor of working out in the gym. If we want to physically get stronger, we have to put ourselves through obstacles. We have to, essentially break down muscle in order for it to rebuild itself and get stronger. So we think about psychologically, that's what our mind is ready to do too. Our mind does not function at its best when things are cool and calm. No. In fact, our minds function at its best when we really do dig into struggle and try to overcome it. That's really what the purpose is of life, is looking forward to obstacle as opportunity to grow and not resisting it. When you resist it, think about all the times that you have resisted obstacles. You don't feel good. You feel like relieved maybe that you avoided it, but you know underneath it there's like an anxiety that you constantly are carrying around. That's what therapy does when you come to therapy every week, or coaching, is it's not avoiding those things. You're actually taking a look at it and exploring it and seeing, what do I want to do with it? Whereas if you don't come to therapy or coaching or do some sort of self-reflection every day, every week, you're resisting it, which causes suffering and pain. And you're trying to avoid it, but really your brain is sitting there going, no, I really want to tackle this in some way. Can you do something about it? And when you don't, that's when your brain starts sending you cortisol, which is the stress hormone. And it starts getting upset and frustrated, which is, depressed or anxiety. So really, when you feel depressed or anxious, it's really your body's response, your mind's response to you resisting obstacle. I did a Instagram post the other day about this research that's coming out about anxiety, depression, and PTSD perhaps no longer being a mental disorder, but it's actually a natural response to obstacles or pain, that it's trying to tell you to, hey, pay attention to this, something needs to change here. And it's protecting you in a sense for a bit until you figure out what to do. So we take that concept and we put it into our goal setting. What does that mean? Well, look at the stuff. Look at what is painful to look at. Just look at it. You don't have to do anything about it, but just get used to looking at it and giving it a voice. When you give it a voice, then things start to change naturally. It's when you silence these obstacles. So for example, let's see, somebody who has lost their job. Well, they could sit on unemployment, sure, but unemployment eventually runs out. And the closer you get to that date where it runs out, the more anxiety you're going to feel. Well, that anxiety is your body's way of telling you, hey, you got to do something about this. You can't just sit and wait. You can't hope that it's not going to come. It's going to come. You've got to do something about it. So that's where anxiety starts coming up, is that you are avoiding that pain of, perhaps looking for another job or acknowledging that it's going to be scary to not get unemployment. So paying attention to your anxiety as an opportunity to give you information for what you should focus on. Do it. Look at it. If you need help, contact a therapist around you, or a coach, somebody outside of your own brain to help you explore it in a safe way, where there's no judgment, where there's no, shame that's laid on it. You just explore it like data. Hey, this doesn't make you feel good. Do you want to keep it or do you want to change it? That's essentially what therapy is. Okay, it doesn't feel good. You're right, it doesn't feel good. Do you want to keep it? Is it serving you or is it not serving you? And then you get to talk yourself through it. Sometimes you say it does serve me. That's fine. You can keep it. But sometimes you'll realize it's not serving you and you probably should do something about it. So I have my Fox planner. I did my my monthly review yesterday. I spent all afternoon Sunday filling in my what lessons did I learn? How did I feel about the month? You'll see right here. What did I feel about this last month? I put myself in an 8, which, sometimes I just say 7 just because. But I really sat on that for a second and I was like, no, I actually do feel a little more pride than usual about January, because I looked back at my January goals and I accomplished most of them, which is surprising because every day it didn't feel like I was doing much. I just did little small changes every day. And looking back at my goals, I was like, whoa, I did do those things. Cool. Awesome. So this is just another video for you guys to watch to get yourself motivated for February. This is another opportunity for you to sit down. I love that February 1st is on a Monday because it's like a fresh start, like it's Monday, just start your things. I know today's video is coming out on Monday, so maybe you might not have time to check this out till the nighttime or maybe this weekend, but definitely don't avoid sitting down and looking at your month of January, celebrating the wins, looking at what needs work, and setting your new goals for February. Tiny little goals, winnable goals. And that's all. That's what we got for February. I hope it works out for you guys. If you need any help setting goals or looking at goals, you can contact me. My email is michelletaylourlpcc@perfectlyimperfectly.com. And I wish you guys the best February. Bye.